Everybody likes calling Grant Cardone, Iman Gadzhi, all these people who sell courses scammers. And I can see why they call them scammers because people buy their course and the process that they do to sell their course is genius. It's how any good marketer should market their product. They evolve the motions around it and they basically do it by selling a dream. How Iman did it was he's been posting content since he was like 16, just documenting his life, showing how he lives his life with cigars, a bunch of hot chicks, going to Ibiza like every month. He has a house in Dubai. He's just living the lavish lifestyle, which most people, of course, they want to live. Most who doesn't want to live a nice ass lifestyle? And one of their businesses is a course. Like, I'm talking about Iman Gadzhi right now, but people hate Iman right now because he sells a course. But I think people have the wrong misconception on why like. I understand why they think he's a scammer. Yeah, you bought his course and you didn't get the results immediately, but essentially they're selling you information, packaged information, and you're the person that has to go out and actually do something with that information. I don't understand if people go into buying the courses expecting immediate results, and they're expecting that if I buy this course, I'll be able to live the lifestyle that Grant Cardone's living immediately. And I understand most courses are shit. Like if you buy some random guru's course, it's probably gonna be ass. It, and most courses are god awful, and most courses are sold by scammers. I'm not gonna lie, they are people who with low integrity, people who just shitty people sell courses, like for the most part. But actual good courses, like I've bought Agency Accelerator. That's one of the few courses that I've bought. I've bought some other courses, but like for psychology and Yale, and I bought a creator short form TikTok course as well. But for Iman Gadzhi's course, it's actually a good course. Like it actually teaches you the fundamentals and the skills of running a advertising agency. But the thing is, it's hard running any form of business or running any form of commerce or any form of entrepreneurship. It's fucking hard, and most people don't realize that. And most people think that they're going into this game of business and entrepreneurship thinking it's going to be easy and it's going to be like light work. And they're like, yeah, I don't do good in school. I get C's and D's and I fail all my classes and I'm a stupid piece of shit. So I'm going to become an entrepreneur and watch all these people who are getting A's and acing their tests are going to work for me. Why? Because I'm going to become an entrepreneur. For fuck's sakes, do people think that school is honestly easier than entrepreneurship? I think that's first of all that's a problem, and it's a misconception that a lot of people have, thinking that this shit's easy. It's not. And for the people who are selling courses, who don't aren't at the point where you want to be, don't buy their course. Most people lie about, like for example, I have never bought Grant Cardone's course, but he's rich. I have no clue how the fuck he got to the point where he is. I don't know, probably some sketchy stuff. But for example, if George Gaiman, who sells Rebel Capitalist, I wouldn't even say it's a course, but he is at the point where everybody who's in macro would want to be at, who understands macro more than anybody in the world. His thing's actually worth buying because he's an actual, like, he's somebody who you would want to learn from. Or Iman Gadzhi, for example, who, I mean, I guess you could argue that he doesn't have that much experience in business, and he really doesn't. He has like maybe 10, 15 10 years tops in business, which is relatively nothing. But I think Iman Gadzhi is a phenomenon. It's extremely rare for somebody of his age to be worth the amount of money that he's worth, and for him to be at the point of where he's at. So I think buying Iman's course was actually worth it for me because it gave me the initial steps for me to actually want to get to the point of where I am today. And by no means does that mean that I am at the point where I want to be in 5 years. I'm happy where I am right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm comfortable. I want to keep on growing, and I want to grow more and more and more. I'm kind of going off tangent here, but my point is that people call Iman Gadzhi and all these course sellers scammers because they're not getting the results that they want to get immediately, because they think that with them buying this course, everything's just gonna fall into place. And it's really not that simple. If it was, then everybody would be doing this and everybody would be rich. The amount of hard work that you need to do and the amount of hard work that goes into it is unfathomable. You will go, I can promise you this much, for most people. Of course, there are people who go into the agency and in their second month they're already making 10K a month. Like that shit's crazy. That's like props to you. If you are at that point, then my hat goes off to you. Then you're a very rare type of person. But for the average person, the average Joe like you and me, who go into entrepreneurship, we're expecting, of course, we want to be rich, we want to retire our families, we want to do all this and that. But we don't understand that going into this, it's going to be hard and we're not going to see results for who knows how long. It might be not be a couple of months, it might not be until after a year, it might not be after 2 years. But if you can actually adopt that mindset and you're okay with not seeing results for a year or two or fuck even 3, and you can keep on learning and retaining information and of course buying these courses and actually intaking the information and putting that information to use, then you will actually see results. But that's what people don't want to do. People think that just buying the course and intaking information and after a month they don't see any results, like, oh, this fucker's a scammer, he scammed me because I didn't make 10K a month in my first month. Like, it's a lot harder than that. It's not that simple. That's my little piece of my little tangent. I was watching a video on, what's it called, ultra rich YouTubers expose the biggest fraud on YouTube, and he's basically talking about course sellers and about how they're all scammers. And I can agree, most course sellers are pieces of shit and are scammers, and that's basically the only way that they make their money. But there are other people who actually sell courses, or I wouldn't even say courses, just pieces of information that you can buy and you can actually put to use, which in the long run can help you. I don't know. That's my penny for the day. Gotta keep working.